Hello, come on in, 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 brothers, come on in, sisters, come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. My brothers and sisters, I had a little technical difficulties, so I want you to come back in. Come back in, come back in, come back in. I had a little technical difficulties, so come back in, come back in. We're about to get into it. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for bearing with me. But anyway, the topic for tonight is signs that he or she is using you. And we're going to start with the women first, okay? Brothers, we're going to start with the women first. And sisters, I'm going to get to the brothers secondly. So don't think I'm beating on you, sisters, and brother, when I get to you, don't think that I'm jumping on you. But I got to put the reality out there. Now, when it comes to signs that a woman is using a man, here are some signs. And keep in mind, sister, just sit back. Don't get too upset. I'm going to get on the men secondly, okay? Number one, she is always expecting for you to pay. A woman that is using you, brother, she is always expecting for you to pay. She rarely wants to come out of her pocket, even though she has money in her pocket. And when I'm talking about now, I'm talking from a single perspective, okay? I could talk about marriages, but what I'm talking about now, some of you single brothers, these are some signs. And keep in mind, sister, you single, so I'm going to talk about these brothers secondly, okay? Now, she always wants you to pay. She expects for you to pay for everything. She rarely offers to do anything for you. She always wants you to come out of your pocket. These type of women, brother, they look at you like you are an instant ATM machine. They don't care about what you got to do with your life. They don't care none of that stuff. They just want you to come out your pocket. Secondly, a lot of these women, and we're talking primarily about worldly women, they expect expensive gifts from you, but they never give you nothing in return. They want the biggest and the best. Nothing wrong with that. Some of you brothers, you go broke and you cry when you go buy those big items for some of these women. Some of these women that do not have no intention of being serious with you, they don't have no intention of being committed to you, and they definitely ain't looking for you to be their husband. Thirdly, some of these women, not all of these women, they always look at you when an emergency come up. Every time, they always have an emergency. Always, it's always going to cost you. It's always something that she got to get done. Time you look at your phone, she texting you, I need help. She called you, she need help. It's always an emergency. If you on your way to her house, she always wants you to stop by and pick up something. It costs you just to see her. That's a no-no, brother. It costs you to see her. Another thing, she uses you for attention. And you can look at things like Facebook, Snapchat, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of women, they feed off attention. They get their fix off of dopamine in their heads, right? They like to show themselves so much. You can look at a lot on Facebook. They don't never say nothing. They just sit there and they smile or whatever, and they don't say nothing. And all you brothers, you just be filling some of these ladies' head up, and a lot of times they don't even care about you. They just getting their fix like they on cocaine. They just getting their fix because you showing them a whole bunch of attention. And they have, some of you brothers, you be jumping into the DM. These ladies don't care nothing about you. And some of the responses that some of you brothers be putting out there, the only thing that a lot of these women say is, thank you. They don't care nothing about you. Phil, she doesn't care if you're sick. If you're sick and she said that y'all in a relationship, this woman will leave you in your sick bed. She will go to a concert, or she will even go on a girls' trip. She don't care nothing about you. Nothing at all. Sick, she is controlling. She tell you how high to jump. What do I mean by that? She tell you what to wear. She tell you how to talk. She control everything. You are a good little boy. You the man that walk around at the mall with the pocketbook. You hold her pocketbook. You holding all these packages. Yeah, I'm talking to some of you brothers. You know what I'm talking about. You the one that she be leading and everything, and you holding everything. You are a baby boy. You don't have no responsibility. You don't have no heart. You don't even know how to say no sometimes. 7, she gives so much sob stories on how other men treated her in the past. She give a whole bunch of sob stories how other men treated her in the past. What do I mean by that? When you get with some of these type of ladies, now sisters, you spiritual sisters, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to most of those worldly sisters that probably gonna be pissed off while I'm going down this list anyway. They always are the victim. Every man that they have been with in their past, every man has hurt them. So what is the common denominator? That woman. And bro, let me tell you something. A woman that always talk about men always have done them wrong in the past. Stick with them for a little while. Just stick with them for a little while, and you're going to see something that she left out. Because a lot of women, not all women, a lot of women that plays the victim, they don't see how they have done some things to contribute to what happened in their relationship. So you have to be very careful, brother. If a woman always complains that all the men have done her wrong, you need to walk away from her. Number 8, she contacts you only when she's bored. Some of you brothers, you can relate to this, right? You call the lady, you text the lady, you want to go out with her, right? Sometimes she don't even respond to your calls. She don't respond to your texts. She only contact you when she wants something. That's the only time she contact you, when she wants something. She see your calls. You know, that's the woman that say, did you call me? She seen your number. That's the same woman that said, did you text me? She seen your text. She asked you those stupid questions. So some of you brothers, you allow these certain type of women to use you. So you are not even high on her priority list. Sometimes you could be high on her priority list and she'll change plans on you at the last second. You got this big outing that you want to go to, and then she'll call you probably the last second and say, something came up. And it's always something more important. More than likely something came up. It's a better deal. It's another man more than likely that's going to buy her a bigger steak than what you was going to buy. Number 9, she will complain when you don't help her when she isn't your wife. Long as you doing things for her, long as you playing the husband role, she's okay. But when you have to say, no, you got to do something, she start complaining. She forgot all that stuff that you did for her when you're not her husband. You were doing something for her and you're not her husband. But once you stop playing the husband, she done got so used to it, and you were doing most of the stuff anyway, brother. So when you stop doing it, she's going to complain and say you don't care for her. That's what she's going to do. And some of these women, they get you with tears, brothers. Some of you brothers, you got to get past those tears, because some women know how to manufacture tears just like that. So that's what happened to Samson. Delilah started crying. And that's what got Samson. So some of you brothers, you're going to have to understand, some women, they know how to use tears to manipulate you. You understand? And this is another thing. This is the final thing about a woman, brother, that is using you. Lose your job. Lose your job. Everything is sweet and hunky-dory until you lose your job. Once you lose your job, she's gone. You understand? She's gone. She was only there for what? Security. You, brother, you were not her first choice. Most of the time when a woman leaves you, brother, when you lose your job, you were not her first choice. Most of the time she settled for you. You understand? Most of the time she settled for you. Any woman that leaves you when you fall off, it wasn't like you did anything to lose your job or whatever, things happen. People get laid off, company moving, everything, but everything was hunky-dory, right? But once you lose your job, she's gone. How you doing, Sister Twyla? Now, we are going to get to the other side. We're going to get to the other side. Sisters, I'm glad some of you all are still here, because guess what? I'm going to tell you some things that you should know when a man is using you. You need to listen up. So, brothers, you done got your laugh off and stuff like that, but now I want the women to come sit up in the front. You sit in the back. So, sister, get ready, because I'm going to tell you some signs, some red flags that you need to look for when a man is using you. And I got it from Brother Adam Lodorce. That's Lodolcre. These some points that he made, okay? Number one, when a man is using you, he contacts you on his schedule. Not on your schedule, on his schedule. He have to pencil you in. You understand? He have to pencil you in. You call him, you want to see him. I'm busy. He be busy so much. You know what he be busy? You ever notice when he talk to you, he doing things with his boys, he doing other things with other people. And more than likely, guess what? When he does get time for you, you normally the last on the totem pole, and you don't realize it. You see that red flag early. Early on, he seemed like he was so into you and excited. But as you know, he started pulling back a little bit. You understand? How you doing, Sister Cheryl? He started pulling back a little bit. And when he started pulling back, you seeing some red flags. Number two, you're not going on actual dates. You're not going on actual dates. There are some real dates, and there are some that not so real dates. Let me tell you what a date is. Let's talk about a restaurant. He don't mind being in public with you. He doesn't mind going in public with you. He don't mind sitting down in a restaurant eating with you there, instead of taking you through the drive-through window at Burger King. That's his way of taking you on a date. Let's go get something to eat. And he go through a drive-through window, and he preferred to eat at home. Your home or his home. He don't want to take you out. When he does take you out, he take you somewhere where you could go yourself. He never think about taking you no special places. Number three, he says all the right things. He say all the right things to you. You never heard a man so eloquent when he talks to you. He got that deep bass voice. He knows how to talk to you, because this man got game. You're not the first victim. Oh, did I say victim? You're not the first victim that this man talked to. Because like I have always told you, sister, brother, don't get mad, because remember I talked to you earlier. Men know that you're emotional. Skilled men know that you're emotional. Skilled men know to say things that you want to hear. Especially if you one of these sisters, if you are vulnerable. If you are vulnerable and you going through some things at your job, with your relatives, your friend, especially if you going through some things with your man, these men listen to your weaknesses. And they capitalize off your weaknesses. They know what to say. And they watch how you react when they say things. If they could get a big smile off your face, because a lot of you sisters, you don't give eye contact. If a man could get called, most sisters, you like shy away. Like if a man give you good eye contact, you'll like shy away, you'll look down, you'll look somewhere, you'll start twirling your hair. Those some indirect bodily communications. So when this man gets your ear, he know if he could get your ear, it goes to your emotions. Once it goes to your emotion, it goes to your will. Once it goes to your will, it gets your mind. What am I talking about? I'm talking about your soul. Once a man capitalize your emotion. That's your heart. Once he gets your heart, you're going to open up the door to your will. And once you open up the door to your will, it goes to your head. And that man is going to be in your head majority of the time. You're going to find yourself talking about that man majority of the time. Your family and your friend, they're going to say, here she come. She talking about Rico. Here she come. Here she come. Watch it. Watch she talk about Rico. And then when she goes, when you go away, they're going to start talking about, don't you get tired of her talking about that man? Don't y'all get tired of it? Watch it. That's what some of you sisters do. Next, he won't talk about committing to you. That's a key thing. He will not talk about being in a committed relationship with you. He might appear to be serious with you. He might appear to be serious, but he's not going to commit to you. He's not going to talk about we, us, and our. Most of the conversation is going to be about me, myself, and I. If you start talking about a relationship that you want to take it to another level, he just find how it is. He will live with you. Maybe. He might let you live with him. Maybe. Or he may have it. Some of you sisters, let me tell you the mistake some of you sisters make. Some of you sisters, you get a man the key to your house. Or wherever you stay at, you get him the key to your house. But do you ever think why you don't have the key to his house? But you got the key to his. I mean, he got the key to yours, but you don't have the key to his. When you go see him, you have to call him and let him know you're coming. But he got free will. He could come to you whenever he get ready because you gave him the key. Another thing, your friends and your family see through him. When you have introduced him, to your family and your friends. You so in love with this character. Notice what I said. You so in love with this character. But your relatives, they see something. Your friends see something. And they pull you to the side and say, that brother is not right. If you take him around some of your male relatives and they do a little screen, they just shoot the breeze with him. And your male relatives, they come and say, hey, you need to leave that brother alone. He ain't right. But no, you don't want to do that. Your relative men, it's not that they don't like the man. They know men. Men know men like women know women. So your relative brothers, they tell you. You take him around your female family members and they could feel something. They could feel that vibe. There's something wrong with this brother. They come and tell you. You don't want to hear it because you're so in love, ain't you? You're so in love. You take him around your girlfriends. And your girlfriend shoot the breeze with him. Then your girlfriend, they come and say, hey, something wrong with that guy. And then you say, no, you jealous. You envious because you ain't got no man. That's what you jealous. I got a man, you ain't got no man. And a lot of times, your family and your friends, they know more about that guy. My sister said, yes, sir. You and Lara, my brother, sister. You see my sister, Ronna Renee, told me, she said, yes, sir. You and Lara never led me wrong. That's right. If my sister bring a guy around me and my brother, we screen them. We screen them. Straight up. We screen them. And we don't fake like we like them. If I don't like the guy what my sister like, I would straight up tell about that brother. I would straight up say, hey, he's faking. He's a fake. Not only fake, he's flaking. He's a flaker. Because you see, men know men. But you don't want to listen to your sister until it's too late. And when it's too late, you want to go and cry. They told you. Your family member told you he wasn't right. Your friends told you he wasn't right. Now you want to cry. There are some of you sisters right now. You are running after the wrong man. You got your life together. You got a relationship with God. God has set you up. He has set you up. And a lot of you sisters, you dealing with a man that's still living with his mama. Or he living with another woman. He ain't got no job living with his mama because he's in the mama basement. And his mama taking care of him. He living with another woman. And he driving his woman car and take you out in your in his woman's car. He ain't got nothing. Then you want to bring him on up like you Louis Jefferson. You Weezy, right? You want to bring him up like he George Jefferson, right? So he come and move in with you and the same thing. He take you to work. He asks you to loan him some money. He ain't got a job. You be the last one, when you get off from work, you be standing out there waiting for him. Everybody gone. Your girlfriend said, you want me to drop you off home? No, my ride coming. You be the last one at your job going home. And then he pull up. You run your mouth and stuff like that. But he know you're not going to do nothing because he starts saying that little sweet thing to you. And then when you get home, he expect for you to cook. When you get home, you clean it up. Sometimes if he let you keep your car, when you come in, he have a whole bunch of guys over at the house playing PlayStation. Now, let me put a little thing. I play PlayStation, but I'm not gonna have a whole bunch of guys around, and I work. You understand? So that it is an exception to the rule. Now I was just using that as an example. Okay. Number 8. He financially depend on you. Some of you sisters, every time this man talk to you, he always needs some of your money. He always needs he might even have a job, but he needs your money. He needs your money. He mess up his money. You know why he mess up his money? Because he know you're gonna bail him out. You've been doing it over and over again. Some of you sisters, you be paying for the cruises. You be paying for the trips. You be paying for everything. And this man don't contribute to nothing. You know what some of you sisters do? You dress him up. You go buy his clothes. Some of you sisters, you want to surprise him and go buy a car and all that kind of stuff. And he don't have no time for you. Until you start pulling back on the money. That's when he gonna be gone. Just like when some women that been to men, once they start pulling back on the money, gone. Another thing, he always asks for favors. Not only monetary favor, he always asking you for a favor. If you in a position, sister, whereas you know people, he gonna use you because he know certain people. So he gonna use you to get favor. Number 10, he doesn't care how you feel. He don't care how you feel. Remember earlier, he talked to you with sweet words, right? He talked to you with sweet words, right? But when he get used to you and he understand how you move and stuff like that, guess what? He start that sweet stuff. He stopped talking sweet. He started talking to you and you smell vinegar on his breath. He started talking to you with vinegar. At first, he was talking to you sweet, right? Like candy. Now it's vinegar. He talking to you. He call you names. He don't care. He call you names not only privately, he call you names in public. You go out with him in public setting and he call you names. He talk to you nasty. He treat you nasty. He talk to other women in your face while you at a gathering with somebody. And other people saying, how can she do that? This man, he talking to other women and he act like he's not even there with you. He don't care nothing about you. And then these type of guys, when they want to be with other women, guess what they do? They start arguments. Let me tell you something, sister. Let me tell you something. A lot of time, especially around holidays, if he start trying to start an argument, He trying to get somewhere. Around holidays. When it come around the weekend, he want to start an argument with you. Something with that. When he get up in the middle of the night, that go to do that store on, it's something with that. He don't care how you feel. And you know, some of you sisters, I got to say this. I got to say this. I don't want to say it, but I got to say it. This don't only apply to worldly women. It's some of you sisters. Some of you sisters are capital F-O-O-L-S. Fools. In all caps. Why do I say that? You know that this man don't care nothing about you. How you doing, Sister Antoinette? This man doesn't care nothing about you so whatsoever. Some of you sisters, let me tell you something. You all know that I do consultation, right? You know that I do some consultation, right? On the side. Let me tell you something. A lot of sisters that I talk to, they are very vulnerable. Brother, let me tell you something. Some of you brothers that might be listening to me, some of your women might be contacting me, your girlfriend per se, or your wife may be contacting me, telling me stuff about you. Some of you brothers, I have saved some of you. My name ain't Jesus, but I have saved some of you. What do I mean by that? I have taught some of your wives and some of your little girlfriends out of doing the unthinkable. What do I mean by that? Some of your women, they are on the verge of another man coming in on you, and you don't recognize it. Some of these women, they are wide open for another man. All another man have to do is come by and say some sweet word like you used to do. And then she gone. She's gone because you don't care nothing about her feeling. And the dangerous thing, brother, when a woman start having feeling for another man, let me tell you what happened. This is how women operate. This is how they operate. When women have a concern, they will bring the concern to you. They would say something like, we need to talk. I know that's a scary phrase, but they start talking. They start talking about their feelings. You know, that's how they start. They say, this is how I feel. You make me feel this way. And some of you, brother, you want to brush it off. But they coming to you. They telling you. That's a warning. That's that warning. It's like this. They warning you. They warning you. They warning you. They warning you. What happened? They're gonna start talking. It's a given. They got to talk to somebody. Your woman, when it's problems in paradise, she got to talk to someone. Sadly, a lot of women, even some of my sisters, they don't go to God first. They make an error and go talk to a human first. And that's some of you spiritual sisters. The big error that some of you all make, you go, instead of going to God, you go talk to your mama or your girlfriends or people at work, social media, or another man. That's the danger part. Most of you, not all of you, you mostly end up talking to another man. And when you start talking to another man, this man listen to you. And let me tell you something, sister. When you have a problem with one man and you bringing another man into the equation, you send yourself up to be bamboozled. Most men that listen to you aren't counselors, okay? They're not counselors. They didn't even go to school for counseling. And more so, they're not even something that surpass counsel that go to school. They're not godly counselors. A lot of men, sisters, they use you when you are vulnerable. That's why I have told you sisters over and over again, don't go isolated with another man when you have a problem with your main man. Because let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, no, not 9 times out of 10, 9.9, you're going to end up on your back eventually. Because you're looking for comfort. You're going to be looking for comfort in another man. And what's going to happen to you, some of you sisters, when you look for comfort in another man, you're going to get soul tied to him because you are emotional. Once you give it up, you think by you giving it up to this other man, you could keep your feelings back. But sister, you're not going to be able to keep your feeling back. This is what you're going to do. You having problems. Let's say you have, some of you married women, you have a problem with your husband, right? You go give it up with another man. You tell the other man about, he's not no counselor now. Check it out. He's not no counselor. You go tell him all this stuff about what your husband doing or not doing. But this man, he's going to pretend that he's a counselor. He's going to act like he's on your side. He's going to be saying things like, he shouldn't do you like that. Don't he know you a good woman? If I had you, that's the thing. If I had you, but he don't want you permanently. He wants you temporarily. If I had you, I wouldn't do you like that. And like I have told you, sisters, over and over again, I told you, don't go get isolated with another man if you're having problems at home. But you don't want to listen to me, do you? So what you do, you go, this is what you do. You go to Victoria's Secret, and it ain't no secret. You go to Victoria's Secret because you contemplate now, right? You go to Victoria's Secret and you buy those little skimpy bras and panties, right? But that's good if you around your husband because you see, your husband likes stuff like that, but it ain't no be on that long anyway. But now you're going to get your little skimpy stuff, right? And you put it on. You take your bath, you get your hair done. You talk about this with your friend, your girlfriend. Some of you sisters know what I'm talking about. You talk about this with your girlfriend. So you throw you tell your girlfriend, come here, and you tell her about this certain guy, right? And you tell, and your friend, she normally gonna side with you, right? She gonna normally side. Majority of the time, she gonna encourage you to do that. Now there are a few women that say, hey, you don't do that. Just a few, but majority of them they gonna say, look, he doing you wrong. You're a good woman. He can't see you. He can't see that you're a good woman. Hey, do your thing, girl. So you get the check off from your girlfriend, right? You go meet, you all know who it is. You go meet Rico, right? Rico said those sweet things to you. Rico take you out to dinner. Rico take you to the movie. Rico take you everywhere. Some of you start lying and say you're going on a girl trip, but you ain't going on no girl trip. You go with Rico for the weekend and all that kind of stuff, right? So now you start crying. You open up and share your hopes, your dreams, and all that with Rico, right? And he's soaking it in. And I have told you, sister, over and over and over again, and I'm probably going to say it again. Men, though most outside men, they don't care about what's going on in your house with your other man. They don't care about that. As a matter of fact, I have told you, sister, that when you talk about your husband or your boyfriend with these other men, they don't want to hear that crap. They listen to it because they're going to get paid. Remember, they pretending to be counselors, right? They don't want to get paid monetarily. They want to get paid by you being on your back. So they listen to what they think of a whole bunch of crap. How can I tell you this? Because I know how men think and I hear men talk. They don't want to hear that stuff what y'all be talking about. They want you to go handle that with your husband. They don't want to hear it. But they will take advantage of you. And you know what? You lay on your back. They do what they're going to do to you. You shed a couple of tears. Let me tell you what happened when you shed a couple of tears. You're going to take a bath. And you're going to keep washing your body because you're going to feel, this is when you do it the first time. When you step out the first time on your husband's son, you're probably going to feel real guilty. Even though your husband is doing you wrong. You love your husband, but once you give your body to another man, you're gonna in your mind, you're gonna feel guilty and you're gonna feel dirty on the inside. That's why a lot of times, you sister, when you initially go be with another man, you feel very guilty and you shed tears, right? But the thing about it is in your mind. Your mind. I don't care how much you scrub. It's in your mind. Your body is clean. Remember when that man got you on your back? Because most of the time, let's be real, sister. If you go be with another man, more than likely, it's going to be raw. What do I mean by raw? There's not going to be no protection. I don't care. You tell your children, you tell your daughter and your son, make sure you wear protection. If you got to have sex, make sure you got protection. But the same word that you tell your children, you don't do it with when you do things. Let me tell you some facts. Most men and women do not wear protection when they have sex. I'm telling you, because most men and women, they look at that other person like he or she clean. He or she doesn't have anything. So sister, you lay on your back and this other man get raw with you, right? He get raw and he let his juices come in you, right? Your juices mixing with his juices, right? But it's more than the juices. It's more than the juices mixing together. It's your soul mixing with him. So now, sister, not only is the man entering into your body, this man is entering, this man is getting an attachment and your souls are bonding together. That's why you get soul tied. That's why a lot of you sisters, you get confused with this outside man. You think you're in love with this outside man, but you're soul tied to him. Because he put it on you probably good. You know what I mean? He put it on you. And so you confusing what appear to be good sex with your emotion. So what happened? You feel guilty when you do it those first few times, right? You feel guilty. I'm telling you what y'all do. Then you're going to get to the point, you're going to continue to get this man in your body, right? And that guilt that you felt the initial time is not going to be as high and deep no more. It's going to start getting less and less and less and less. It's not going to bother you no more. And that mess that you put up with your husband, brother, let me tell you this. You're going to notice when your woman start changing on you. You're going to notice it. When she first started complaining to you and when trying to work it out, she probably even want to go to counsel. She's going to get to the point where she say, excuse me. And my sister is famous for saying this line. You look better going than you look better coming in. You all going to get to that point. That's what Ronald Renee Toomer said. That was her line. You look better going than coming. That's what some of you brothers going to experience. She going to like when you leave and then staying home. You're going to notice some things that used to bother her brother. She's not going to complain no more. Your woman, some of these women, bro, let me tell you what happened. They would live with you and y'all become roommates. A lot of women that you have hurt, brothers, they become your roommate. A lot of them go through the motion with you because they say, okay, I'm his wife and I'm going to do wifely thing, but my heart is not there with him anymore. And that danger, brother, when your woman's heart is not there. A lot of women, they just go through the motion when you hurt them so bad. When they get broken, and then they look forward to that text coming from Rico. They look forward when they see Rico's number. They look forward being with Rico. They look forward in the morning time when Rico said, how you doing, beautiful? Rico be saying out sweet stuff. Rico be taking her out. And you notice this. You're going to notice this. She's going to change. Not only on the inside, you're going to start seeing some outward appearance. What do I mean by that? She's going to probably start changing her hairstyle. And not only her hairstyle, her clothes going to change. And you're going to notice she got more pep in her step. And you didn't put it there. Monica say they are playing a deadly game called It's a Lot of It. Yes, that's true, Monica. But hey, it's the reality. That's what's going on out there. And brother, you're going to notice some changes in her. You're going to notice some of those places where she used to say, let's go, will you go with me? She don't invite you no more. And another thing too, if her family know that you're doing her wrong, and her friend know that you're doing her wrong, they will accept another man over you. Because guess what? Eventually, she gonna let her friend normally know first. Her friend's gonna know about this man first. And they probably gonna meet him. Then her family gonna meet him. Because you're gonna notice this too, brother, where y'all used to go to family gatherings and stuff around holidays and stuff. Like you go with your mama and your family high. She don't want to go with you. She'll say, I'll see you when you get back. Because she going with her family or she going over to Rico's family. And Rico's family start liking her. Yeah, Rico knows she married. Yeah, Rico family knows she married. But hey, that's my boy Rico. Rico could do what he want to do. He grown. And his family take her in as she a part of the family. And you're going to notice that she don't want to be around your family too much no more. Because she got a new family. In her mind, she got a new family. Now, brother, you are not affectionate. That's something. You are not affectionate. Not only do you not talk to her, let me go down there, brother. Not only do you put her on a schedule, not only do you not take her on a date, not only do you say the right thing, but you don't say it no more, not only do you not commit to her, not only does her family and friends see through you, not only do she want to be around your family and friend no more, not only does she want to depend on you financially, not only does she start getting tired of your little favors and stuff, not only does she get adjusted to you not caring for her feelings, now it comes to affection. She wanted you to touch her. And when I say she wanted you to touch it, it don't have to be about sex all the time. You sitting on one end of the sofa looking at TV, and she sitting on the other sofa. Don't you know, brother, sometimes your woman just wants you to hold her? She just wants you to hold her. Touch her. Touch her. Some of you brothers don't know that. Some of you brothers equate affection with sex. It ain't all about sex. Every time, and I'm going to tell you this because I try to be a little transparent. There are not really one night when Cinderella be in the bed, I don't hold her and go to sleep. I hold her when she around me. I hold her and while she sleep, I hold her every night. She get in position when she know that I'm about to get in the bed. She get in position. It thrills a woman when let me tell you another thing what thrills a woman, brother, what a lot of you don't do. You don't do no common stuff. You won't even open the door for her. Some women, that just blow some women away when a man open the door for her. If you notice, brothers, those of you that open doors and stuff, if you know, if a group of ladies walking by and those group of ladies notice that you opening the door for your woman, they take note of that. And they be smiling stuff because they can't believe a man still does things like that. But a man that really cares for a woman, he does things like that. Simple thing. A man know how to, if you walking on the outside, it's some simple thing. If a man walking on a curb, the man's supposed to walk on the outside of the curb because of potential danger. If a man and a woman go into a restaurant, the man's supposed to sit facing the door. Why? Because he want that woman to eat in peace so he could watch for danger. A lot of men, they don't understand that kind of stuff. Most men, they'll go into a restaurant. Cause I could go into most restaurants. The man sitting with his back to everybody. He's not even looking around. I never, even when I go out with my wife, my female relatives and stuff, I never sit where I can't see what's going on. Because they are women. Men supposed to be in the role of protection in case something go off. Yeah, brother, you could eat, but you still be watching. Women like little stuff like that. Open the doors for them. When you open the door, sometimes a little touch, just put your hand in the small part of her back sometimes. You know what I mean? You ain't got to swipe on the butt. You swipe on the butt when you get home. You ain't got to do all that stuff in public. And that you can get away with it as your wife, you know. But anyway, she like affection. Like if you Like if you all at home sometime and you looking at something that she want to look at, some of you guys, you got to stop looking at what you want to look at all the time. Look at some of the stuff that she want to look at. Because let me tell you something, it's some things that even be on TV that I haven't looked at because I just be focused on certain channels. And Cinderella have turned me on to other things. I say, what is that about? And then I started looking at it, and guess what? I started liking it. Why? Because she like it. And then you could talk about it. And not only that, you could hold your hand, you could hold the person. You ain't got to say nothing when you hold your woman, brother. You ain't got to say nothing. You're not giving her no affection. And a wrong thing that a lot of you brothers do, you ghost the woman. Women look for, if you're going to leave her alone, brother, just go ahead and be man up and say, look, it's, it's no more. It's no more. We can't do this no more. Give her an explanation, because women look for closure. Unless you detect that she's a woman that she might go off the rocker, and she might go off the rocker because you lied to her. But you be straight up with a woman. You're supposed to be straight up with, and if, don't ghost her, brother. Whatever you do, that does psychological thing with women. Don't ghost her, because she'll think the next man gonna ghost her too. And another thing, some of you brothers, sisters, you need to be aware of this. Don't let men show up to your home at odd hours. What do I mean? 12, 2, and 3 o'clock in the morning. What you gonna do at 12 and stuff in the morning? That ain't nothing but booty call hours. When a man just want to drop over your house at odd hours, that's when, why he can't see you while the sun is up? Why he can't see you? Why he can't go out with you when the sun is up? Why he have to come to you late at night? Why he have to say, what you doing? Can I come through there? Those booty call hours. Some of you sisters, that's why some of you sisters named Judy, because you got all that booty. You know Judy? So why? That's what he wants. He just wants your booty. And another classic thing, sister, that you need to look for is he got a bad reputation. You got to listen to this man's bad reputation. If this man got bad reputation, you don't want to deal with it. You want a man that got godly reputation. You don't want a man that's out there. That's not the one. That's not a good man for you. You need a man that got godly. Let me tell you this. Every man, I'm wrapping this up. Every man, listen to me, brother and sister, every man and every woman that listen to my voice tonight, listen carefully. All of us have used somebody. All of us. I have used, you brother have used, sister, you have used. And I know some of you said, no, I ain't never used nobody. You lying now, Tony. I ain't never used nobody. Listen to what I'm saying. Brothers and sisters, you and I, we are all guilty of using someone. Not only that, my brother and sister, we have used this one particular individual. Think about it. If we are honest within ourselves, my brothers and sisters, we are all guilty of using Jesus. All of us have used Jesus. I know that some of you are surprised about what I said. For example, when we need something from God, we pray to God through Jesus, right? When we need something, when we get what we want, a lot of times we forget to tell Jesus, thank you. That's using Jesus. Some of us, we don't go to God until we're in trouble. When we get in trouble, we go and pray to God. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to avoid consequences, right? We pray to God. God, please don't let this happen to me. Please help me, Lord. Please help me. And when God delivers us, we forget to say thank you. Let me give you a situation. Jesus knows what it's like to be used. I'm going to give you a situation. In the Bible, there were 10 lepers. 10 men that had leprosy. That was a bad skin disease back in the days, right? Jesus healed all 10 of them at one time. And when they discovered that they were healed, they ran off. Not one of them told Jesus, thank you. It was just one. One man turned and he realized what Jesus did to him. And this one man turned around and he thanked Jesus for doing it. And you know what Jesus said? It was 10 of you, where are the 9? So, why am I saying that? Even though the topic was sign that he or she is using you, brother and sister, we all have used Jesus in a bad way. I'm the first person to admit that I have used Jesus in the wrong way. If you honest, my brother and sister, you have used Jesus in the wrong way. But it's not too late. You can get it straight. You can get it straight right now. You could tell if you convicted, my brother and sister, you need to tell Jesus, I'm sorry for using you. I took you for granted. All of us have took Jesus for granted. We need to realize it should bring tears to your eyes. Your heart should be broke when you realize what I'm talking about. We all have used Jesus in a negative way. When we wanted, when we needed some, when we wanted some, when we was in trouble, we went to him. When he gave us what we needed or wanted, when he delivered us out of trouble, we forgot to say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. If Jesus have saved your life, that's a thank you every day. Every day. It's thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Because you see, Jesus give us our bread daily, every day. We're supposed to thank Jesus every day. Why it is today. Don't you realize, my brother and sister, that Jesus calls us to breathe? And the reason why I say to breathe, we don't think about breathing unless we about to go swimming or something like that. Then you know you have to hold your breath and stuff. But on the average, how often do we think about breathing? It's natural. Jesus do so many things naturally that we don't even think about. Do we walk around thinking, Jesus, if you got decent eyesight? Majority of the time, no. That you could smell? No. That you could taste? No. That you could hear? No. That you could walk? No. That you could touch? No. We have to thank Jesus for everything. Instead of going down the whole list, my brother and sister, you just need to say, thank you, Jesus, for everything that you have done for other people and me. Because everybody, my brother and sister, got some type of problems going on in their life. Every man or every woman, you either dealing with something mentally, emotionally, or financially. Deeper than that, spiritually. Brother and sister, if you be with Jesus, Jesus will never use you in a negative way. He will use you in a positive way. Jesus is the only person, my brother and sister, that will use you in a positive way. Man and woman will use you for his or her benefit. It's me, myself, and I. With Jesus, Jesus always saying us. That's Jesus' vocabulary. Let us, we, our. That's how Jesus talk. That's how man and woman supposed to talk in a relationship. This is about us. We, our. Not me, myself, and I. That's how it is, my brother. So, brother and sister, if you have, on a materialistic level, if you have 2 cars out there, brother, you may drive one car mostly. She may drive one car mostly. Brother, you might say, that's my car. The woman might say, that's my car. But brother, why would you get angry if she get your keys and drive that car? If that's your wife, it should be cool. Sister, if you do that, put some gas in the brother car. Okay, don't get in his car because you ain't got no gas in your car. You know, be practical. Everything that a man and woman have that are married, it's ours, it's us. You understand? It's ours, it's us. You understand, my brother and sister? So, the most important relationship is with God through his son Jesus, before a man or a woman. As it is written in Galatians 6, 7, 8. This is what God's word said. Remember, Galatians 6, 7, 8. Galatians 6, 7, 8. It said, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sow, that he will reap. For he who sows to his flesh will of the flesh reap corruption. But he that sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap everlasting life. So brother and sister, if you want to be used, if you got to be used by anyone, be used by Jesus. Be used by Jesus. That's what I have to say to you, my brother and sister. I hope that all of you got something out of tonight's lesson. But brother and sister, don't let no man, sister, brother, don't let no woman use you. And remember, I told you 2 ways you allow for a man and woman to use you. And remember what I said? The way you let a man or woman use you, you either going to do one of these 2 things. You're going to put that man or woman on a pedestal where he or she doesn't supposed to go on a pedestal. Or secondly, you did a man, sister, or brother, you did a woman wrong, and you got to reap what you sow. So those are 2 reasons why you get used. Put a person on a pedestal, or you did something wrong to somebody in the past. I thank you, brother, and I thank you, sister, for looking at the broadcast. Hopefully, you had a good time at the dinner table. I hope that I cooked a good meal for you. I hope that you full. Now you can get your toothpick and do like that and say, oh boy, now it's time to go to bed. Peace out.